Some folks waltz through life like open windows in a hurricane, catching every gust of emotion that sweeps through. A melody, a fleeting glance, or even a moment of silence can strike deep chords in their hearts, leaving them to stew over a single word long after it's been spoken. While everyone else moves along, these sensitive souls can feel as if they're caught in invisible tidal waves, brimming with thoughts that spiral endlessly. Being emotional isn't a weakness. It's a unique lens through which they see the world as a vibrant painting instead of a black and white photo. Living with such heightened sensitivity can be as exhilarating as it is exhausting. These individuals become both the artists and the canvases, experiencing life's brilliance and pain so intensely that it can wear them out. Unlike others who appear unscathed by life's ups and downs, these deeply feeling folk absorb experiences and emotions with the depth of water, reflecting every little ripple right down to the bone. It's as if their memories carry a weight that won't easily be put down, every joy igniting a fire, and every heartache carving deeper scars. Hey everyone, welcome to Psychologist Jeep, the little corner of the internet where overthinkers, quiet feelers, and those too emotional for their own good finally get to breathe. Here, your sensitivity isn't a flaw, it's a superpower that's just been misunderstood. We explore the mind the way some people explore abandoned buildings carefully, curiously, and with the awareness that something meaningful is always hiding in the dark. If you've ever wondered why your emotions hit harder than everyone else's, or why you carry invisible storms no one sees, welcome home. Before we go deeper, please like the video, share it with someone who feels too much, and comment your thoughts or simply tell us where you're watching from. Your voice matters here. Amidst the emotional whirlpool, they can't help but glance enviously at those who breeze through life detached and carefree. It seems almost magical how some can simply walk away without feeling their chest tighten, while the emotional crowd grapples with every tiny sensation. But let's clear the air. This emotional depth isn't a curse, it's just a heavy burden in a world that prizes indifference. In a culture that rewards emotional detachment, sensitivity often gets miscast as fragility. Meanwhile, the truth could very well be that those who embrace their feelings might actually grasp reality more profoundly. Childhood sets the stage for this emotional intensity, as these sensitive kids are often labeled too dramatic or overly sensitive. They bubble over with emotions not due to weakness, but rather innocence. They haven't yet learned how to cloak themselves in emotional armor. As they grow, they quickly realize that feelings can be inconvenient, prompting them to stifle their true selves. They paste on smiles while their insides twist in knots, apologizing for their heartfelt reactions as if genuine feelings need to be justified in a world that's all about cool indifference. Isn't it interesting how repressing emotions doesn't erase them, but instead buries them alive? Those unexpressed feelings morph into anxiety, burnout, or even guilt for simply feeling too much. Studies show that people who suppress their emotions endure higher stress levels. Their bodies keep a detailed log of every heartache they're told to hush, leaving them like ticking time bombs of unexpressed feelings. In a way, their body becomes a diary that recounts the vivid tales they couldn't find the words to say. Yet, the emotional insight doesn't fade, it often amplifies. These individuals develop a radar for sensing feelings in others that's astonishingly acute. They can pick up on subtle shifts in a friend's tone or the flicker of a stranger's eye, tuning into discomfort like a finely tuned instrument. This incredible knack for emotional attunement isn't just empathy. It's a survival instinct, honed by years of absorbing everything around them like emotional sponges. However, this finely tuned empathy becomes a double-edged sword. While they strive to decode others' feelings to protect themselves, they inevitably take on the weight of those emotions, adopting feelings that aren't even theirs. It's like they're walking around with an invisible backpack stuffed with emotional static, always buzzing and never quite turning off. Their gift of intuition can morph into a heavy burden, leaving them wrestling with not just their own feelings but an overwhelming chorus of those around them. Emotional folks often mistake the exhilarating highs and devastating lows of their feelings for love. They might believe that real love must come with a bit of pain and chaos, thinking the turbulent emotions they feel are profound connections. But hold your horses. The truth is that genuine love has the steadiness of a classic rock ballad, not the roller coaster of a dodgy amusement park ride. The chaos they feel isn't love, it's just a reflection of their own inner storms. These emotional whirlwinds usually lead to the infamous paradox of fast-falling relationships. You know, those romances that start with dazzling fireworks then fizzle into ash? Emotional people trust with their whole hearts, only to end up in jagged pieces when things collapse. It's more than losing a partner. It feels as if they've lost fragments of their own identity. This phenomenon is known as emotional fusion, where one's self-worth is hopelessly tied to another's emotional state. And this isn't just romantic. It pops up in friendships, families, and even work. Emotional folks have this innate desire to take on everyone's burdens, believing it's just good old compassion. Beneath that surface, however, lies a nagging fear of appearing cold, of being excluded, or simply not being enough. They keep on giving until they're running on empty and end up berating themselves for feeling so drained. It's a strange irony. The most empathetic tend to feel the most invisible because they're too busy understanding others. Ever noticed how emotions can spread like wildfire in social settings? That's the magic, or chaos, of emotional contagion, driven by our trusty mirror neurons. These little brain buddies prompt us to mimic what we see and feel, making emotional individuals extra perceptive. That's why they might want to bolt out of a room where tension hangs in the air or feel wiped out after a chat with a friend. They absorb everything, feelings, moods, bad vibes, and become emotional sponges. So, how does one thrive in such an overwhelming world? The answer lies in setting boundaries, and emotional ones that make it clear, I can support you, but I'm not you. Ironically, many believe boundaries push people away, when they actually create balance in emotional connections. It's about recognizing that compassion doesn't equate to self-erasure. Holding a friend's hand shouldn't mean you've got to juggle their storms, too. But here's the thing. Emotional intensity is often the secret sauce for creativity. Many legendary artists and thinkers were deeply emotional, as their sensitivity allowed them to channel the nuances of life into their masterpieces. While others focus on math or logic, emotional souls dive into the depths of feeling, uncovering beauty within pain and wisdom within chaos. Their emotions aren't just noise, they're profound messages that illuminate the human experience. Yet, here lies another layer, a beautiful mess, if you will. Just because someone has emotional intelligence doesn't mean they've got emotional stability in the bag. You can be aware of the emotional roller coaster but still ride its every twist and turn. Awareness is essential, but regulating those emotions is key. Learning that calm doesn't mean you're denying your feelings is crucial. It's about steering those waves instead of getting pulled under. Think of emotions like sweet, thrilling waves meant to be surfed, not stopped. Mastering emotional surfing self-regulation requires mindfulness and a willingness to observe rather than react. It's crucial to say, I feel this deeply, but I choose not to sink in it. Ultimately, learning to ride those emotional waves means tapping into a profound and transformative power that not only supports personal peace but also deepens connections with others. This journey of emotional regulation hinges on the concept known as affect regulation, where feeling deeply doesn't mean being swept away by a tsunami of emotions. Mastering this alluring skill means emotional folks continue to experience those heart-wrenching moments but aren't drowned by them. They recognize that while it's totally okay to feel, it's equally crucial to not let every single feeling hijack their identity. And it's at this crucial juncture of understanding that emotions transform from a burden into a badge of power. When emotional individuals discover that having depth doesn't necessitate a chaotic lifestyle, it's like flipping a light switch on in a long, dark tunnel. Pain and love can coexist with clarity, rather than chaos dominating the stage. This newfound enlightenment unveils what's been hidden beneath streaks of tears and endless contemplations, a popping intelligence of the heart. It's that gut instinct that chooses to embrace pain instead of sprinting away like a sprinter at the sound of a starting gun. However, this enlightening realization doesn't come easily. For many, it feels like unlearning a lifelong guilt trip for simply being sensitive. The world often pressures individuals to apologize for their emotional nature, mistaking sensitivity for a weakness. In reality, it's nothing but brilliant design. It's the very system our souls use to dance through life. So, the next time someone quips, "You're too emotional," perhaps they simply mean, "Wow, your feelings are way too vibrant for my taste." And isn't that just peachy? The planet absolutely needs those people who can sob at sunsets and explode with laughter over a well-timed joke. Sometimes, it's the ones perceived as over-emotional who play pivotal roles in keeping the world from turning into a dull, numb wasteland. They are the emotional alchemists, spinning adversity into empathy and transforming heartbreak into rich art. Even though they may often feel like a quirky outcast, their sensitivity paints the world with hues of humanity. Unlike the rest, emotional folks don't just drift through their feelings. They steer through them like a captain navigating a storm at sea. Each joy becomes a radiant season, while each disappointment arrives like an uninvited winter guest. For them, sadness isn't just a cloud that passes but the overall weather system. Consequently, their healing journey isn't merely about moving on. It's about learning to weather their personal storms, thunderclaps and all, without losing their cool. When you're wired like this, emotions don't just breeze past. Instead, they leave indelible fingerprints on your heart. Words often fade for others, but they replay like a catchy tune in emotional minds. As for memories, they do not just jog them. They dive back in, feeling every heartbeat, every sorrow, as if it happened 5 minutes ago. That's an emotional memory at its peak performance, where feelings and facts intertwine like a pair of perfectly matched socks. But here's the kicker: this intense capacity for empathy can be a double-edged sword. While they feel others' pain deeply, they can mistakenly absorb it, carrying emotive weights that never belonged to them in the first place. Someone's silence? It's totally their fault. A friend's sadness? Naturally, they shoulder that too. The irony? They often believe they're doing a good thing. They're just trying to help. But this is the moment where emotional maturity begins to bloom, showing the path between empathy and the peril of self-forgetting. Compassion should feel good, not like drowning in someone else's seas. Rescuing others from their emotional potholes seems noble but often backfires. You end up robbing them of the growth that accompanies grappling with life's troubles while simultaneously maintaining your own agitation. It's a classic case of wanting to throw a life preserver while sinking yourself. Loving someone doesn't mean diving into their chaotic waters. That's a misunderstanding of detachment. It's actually a wise balance of compassion and self-preservation. Psychology schools teach us to treat emotions like data, not like a roadmap. Emotions reveal our needs and values, while we often treat them like they are the absolute truth. The moment someone feels rejected, they dive into thoughts of unworthiness. Anxiety transforms into visions of doom, and soon enough, we rewrite our narratives based on fleeting feelings. The trick is recognizing that feelings serve as signals, not the 10 commandments of our lives. There's a fascinating phenomenon called emotional time travel. One whiff of nostalgia or a sigh from a partner can catapult you back to childhood moments of disapproval, leaving you reacting to ghosts of the past rather than to what's happening right now. Moments like these highlight a concept therapists call emotional reasoning. Feelings can easily masquerade as facts, which distorts our understanding and can keep us tethered to old wounds if we're not careful. The path to healing? Observe your emotions without jumping to obey them. It's powerful to say, "I feel this strongly," while also acknowledging that this doesn't dictate the truth. That vital pause transforms everything. At their heart, emotions are simply energy needing to dance through you, not anchor your identity. Resist them, and they double down in strength. Full acceptance gives them freedom to flow, revealing the beauty that lies beneath. Becoming emotionally wise doesn't strip away feelings. It teaches you to navigate them like a pro. Sadness becomes merely a signal to replenish your energy, anger a cue to set boundaries, and guilt a reminder to be kinder to yourself. Once emotions are decoded instead of drowned in, you transform into an empathetic maestro as long as you embrace this journey with courage. After all, this world often pushes emotional folks to toughen up instead of strengthening their grounding. Grounding is about staying rooted in yourself when emotional waves threaten to capsize you. It's about weathering your own storms with calmness and clarity. Interestingly, emotional individuals often possess a keen intuition that helps them sense intricacies others miss, like a change in tone or an energetic shift. Science backs this up with findings on emotional intelligence and heightened brain activity in areas linked to self-awareness. It's not mystique, it's biology in sync with perception. Yet, intuition can become a double-edged sword. When your trust in feelings is shaky, that heightened sensitivity can morph into anxiety where every gut feeling signals panic. Embracing emotional growth means learning when your inner compass is guiding you and when old wounds are speaking up instead. Many emotional people get stuck in self-criticism, haunted by their own perceived failures while their empathy turns inwards. Perfectionism wears the guise of control, leading to a fear-fueled existence. The thought process runs, if I nail every detail, nobody will leave, and I won't feel the depth of those heavy emotions. But this isn't living. It's more like a mirage of safety. Emotional people deserve more than a mask. They deserve peace, a brilliant, unfiltered experience of life. Finding peace as an emotionally vibrant person begins with letting go of control. Instead of viewing emotions as problems screaming for resolution, they are actually valuable messages waiting to be deciphered. Think of it this way. Trying to stop being sensitive is like trying to give up oxygen. Instead, learn to breathe through your feelings, embracing the fluctuations without allowing them to drown you. Emotional growth doesn't often come in dramatic epiphanies. It's nestled in the mundane moments of life. It's realizing that not every text message needs an over-analysis, like a detective solving a crime scene. It's about resisting the urge to chase closure from someone who vanishes like a magician's rabbit. It's reveling in discomfort without spinning a dramatic tale around it, slowly cultivating a sturdy inner calm. Each small step toward emotional regulation contributes to a looming sense of stability. When emotional folks reach this zenith, they morph into the most grounded individuals you'd ever encounter. They've danced with their feelings long enough to sidestep the fear surrounding them. Instead of running from emotional intensity, they harness it as rocket fuel, channeling it into passion, creativity, and compassion, a beautiful cocktail of emotional depth. When love enters the picture, it's a tender paradox for those highly tuned in emotionally. It's their strength and their softest spot all rolled into one. They'll pour their hearts out like they're handing out interviews while hoping for job offers. But with balance and wisdom, they learn to love not to fill gaps, but to share their existing richness. The transformation in relationships becomes remarkable. The focus shifts from intensity to harmony. No longer consumed by the question of who will stick around, they start assessing who brings them serenity. This shift in mindset can be enlightening. The right love isn't a weight around their emotions. It functions as a lens that polishes and uplifts them instead. It shows them how to feel comfortably and safely, ensuring that emotions are held tenderly, fostering deeper intimacy. Now, let's chat about the psychology behind this vibrant emotionality. It's not about frailty, it's all about frequency. These individuals ride on higher wavelengths, experiencing life like a high-definition movie. Their world is painted with brighter colors, sharper pains, and resonating silences that echo louder than most would understand. Life may feel more burdensome, but it's also far more vivid than what the average eye perceives. So, they inhabit a unique realm where the heart and mind intertwine, relishing experiences that most folks only briefly glance at. In that space, a spark ignites a wonderful blend of heightened sensitivity and profound existence. Emotional people embrace their vibrant intricacies, celebrating each nuance in life as a colorful adventure waiting to unfold. It's an exhilarating journey that reveals emotions aren't enemies, they're the best tour guides along this wild ride. Emotional sensitivity isn't a life sentence of suffering. Rather, it's the raw material that can morph into wisdom if crafted with awareness. The idea isn't to numb your feelings, no way. It's about tuning in correctly. Think of emotions like a GPS for your soul. Instead of following them blindly, you get to navigate through them. Recognizing each feeling ensures you're in the driver's seat of your life instead of being tossed around like a leaf in a storm. Being emotional is the essence of being human. Those tears you shed, the joy that bubbles up, and all the ups and downs remind us that we're alive. Sure, the world gives a gold star to logic, but it's our emotions that sprinkle magic over rationality. It's like adding hot fudge to vanilla ice cream. Every decision, dream, and act of love pulses with emotional richness, making our lives vibrant and dynamic, rather than drab and monotonous. And guess what? It's not the emotional crowd that needs fixing. It's the world that seems to have set feeling on the back burner. Those who wear their hearts on their sleeves aren't broken. They're the vibrant reminders that being human isn't about being neat and tidy. It's messy, beautiful, and rich with depth. Emotions are meant to be felt, like savoring a lavish meal, not reduced to a simple snack. If you're someone who's a feeler, the deep thinker, the one who cries over sappy movies or gets stirred up by powerful art, don't ever think it makes you weak. No way, Jose. You're living life in high definition, painting your own vibrant canvas. Emotions aren't flaws. They're evidence that your soul is alive and kicking. If you switch off your feelings, you might as well switch off your life. Lean into those emotions with gusto. So, let emotions wash over you like gentle waves instead of towering walls. They're teachers, not prison guards. When someone accuses you of being too emotional, just chuckle a little. What they really mean is you're illuminated in a dim world, a beacon of authenticity and awareness. Instead of pushing emotion to the sidelines, let's make room for it. The world craves more open hearts, those who stay engaged and connected even when life gets tough. More compassion and gentleness are what the world needs, the kind of people who can sense the underlying pain behind forced smiles and uncover the beauty nestled in chaos. This isn't just about empathizing. It's about embracing and finding strength in those emotions. When feelings are acknowledged instead of brushed away, they illuminate our path, adding richness to our lives and reminding us of the joy of existence. Finally, keep feeling. It's an artwork in motion. Treasure those sunsets that take your breath away, the melodies that tug at your heartstrings, and the stories that resonate like a well-played guitar. You aren't too extravagant for this world. It's often too shallow to embrace the depth you embody. But remember, depth attracts depth. Seek those who vibe on your level because they're the ones who will make life truly worth experiencing.